The Bible said, do not put your trust in men. It's pretty specific. Why? Well, because everybody can be compromised except you. If you don't believe in God, then it's pretty messed up because now you only got you to believe in.
Can you believe the chaos that just shook late-night television? Katt Williams waltzed onto Jimmy Fallon's stage, ready to crack a few jokes, when all of a sudden he drops a thunderous reveal about the president that left everyone gaping. People are saying the commander-in-chief was desperate to bury this story before it could explode, but Katt Williams had no intention of staying quiet. And once he opened his mouth on live TV, there was no going back.
I love your pins that say time's up because that's what I say to all my cabinet members after 3 days. Now, before we start, I'd like to make a toast. Everyone, raise your glass of Diet Coke. Here's to you for being so fake. Did you see Melania? She stole the show.
Rumors are flying that the president is fuming behind closed doors, afraid of what Katt might expose next. So is this all smoke and mirrors? Or did Katt really unmask something that could rock the president's carefully guarded image? Buckle up, because this is where things get unbelievably wild. Katt Williams is no stranger to controversy, but this time, he turned the temperature up in ways nobody saw coming. The moment he walked onto Jimmy Fallon's set, there was a spark in the air, like he knew something big was about to go down. Normally, a Katt Williams interview is packed with humor and off-the-wall commentary, but beneath the jokes, there was a razor-sharp edge. Viewers leaned in, bracing themselves for something explosive, and then Katt started talking about the president in a way that most folks in showbiz only whisper about. See, for months there's been quiet gossip that the president might be pulling strings with certain entertainers, cooking up behind-the-scenes deals to maintain control of his public image. Katt didn't hold back. He basically teased the entire world with the idea that he had proof, or at least enough knowledge, to make the president sweat. But that wasn't the whole story.
Monday, rally. Tuesday, court. Wednesday, rally. Thursday, back to court. Friday, tea time. Saturday, chillin'. Sunday, cough up 80 million. Monday, fundraise, badmouth Nikki. Check the...
Rumors have been swirling for ages that the president, famous for behind-closed-doors bargains, has tried coaxing influential voices with hush agreements. The idea is that if you play along, you get certain benefits. Maybe insider access, maybe a spotlight boost. But if you speak out against him, be prepared for an onslaught of retaliation. Some folks laugh it off as mere conspiracy talk. Others say hush money is a routine tool for the powerful. Still, there's no denying that when Katt Williams started, dropping references to clandestine phone calls and shady negotiations, people sat up. According to Katt's cryptic remarks, the president allegedly dangled some form of special arrangement in front of a few major celebrities, hoping to keep them from going off script.
But if you got you and God, you can believe in both of those. I talk to God 5 and 6 times a day. He has an accurate account of how I'm feeling about everything, how I think things are going, what I feel like I'm doing good at, what I feel like I need help with.
Katt didn't mention names, but he sure as heck implied that those who resisted this arrangement got a taste of the president's meltdown fury. What's more shocking is that Katt claims to have personally witnessed the aftermath of one of these meltdown episodes, hinting that he's got more than hearsay in his back pocket. And what happened next would shock everyone. Jimmy Fallon's show thrives on a feel-good vibe, but Katt Williams' revelations turned the atmosphere tense. A murmur rippled through the audience, an uncomfortable blend of excitement and dread. On one hand, people were glued to their seats, enthralled by Katt's no-holds-barred honesty. On the other, they realized he was treading on delicate territory, calling out the president on national TV. Social media erupted instantly. Tweets pinged across the internet, quoting Katt and dissecting every sly reference. In that moment, you could practically hear fans asking, is Katt for real right now? Did he just blow the lid on something bigger than all of us? The comedic tension grew as Katt sprinkled in sarcastic jabs about the president's rumored frantic phone calls to certain industry insiders. By the time Katt was done, some watchers claimed Jimmy Fallon looked like he'd just witnessed a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle. But behind the laughter, you could sense something deeper at work. However, it only got more intense from there. Word on the street is that the president has been battling meltdown moments whenever an uncooperative celebrity refuses to play along. Katt Williams dropped a bombshell implying that he wasn't the only star fed up with the president's allegedly desperate stunts. Did we hear actual names or places? Not exactly, but...
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that.
I've been shocked ever since.
Yeah. For a while because you tore both rotator cuffs. When you're not doing comedy, I know you're playing golf. Yes, I know you love golf. But then you had to stop playing.
Katt flashed that grin and let slip that a certain meltdown was so unhinged it left the president's closest advisors questioning how much longer they could keep this under wraps. The comedic angle in Katt's retelling highlighted the sheer absurdity of these rumored tirades, cursing up a storm, flipping tables, hurling phones, that sort of thing. Maybe it's overblown hearsay, maybe it's genuine insider knowledge. But the way Katt delivered it, you could almost see the president pacing, frantically demanding loyalty from his entourage. And the worst part? If Katt's to be believed, some minions are more than willing to spill those meltdown details to the public if the president ticks them off just enough. But if you thought that was wild, wait until you hear about the cunning tactics. No one's shocked to hear that someone in power might indulge in manipulative behavior, but hearing Katt Williams lay it all out like a comedic exposé had people reeling. He described the president's style as entitled theatrics, painting a picture of a leader who thrives on stirring the pot and quietly controlling narratives behind the scenes.
I'm really good at. And comedy likes visualization, and I'm really good at it. So I have this thing where if I need to calm down, I can become 17 again by listening to what I was listening to when I was 17. And it reminds...
According to Katt's account, the president's ego has ballooned so large that he believes he can shape any conversation, any public perception, to cast himself as the victor. Katt took it a step further, suggesting that if a celebrity refuses to dance to the president's tune, whether by praising him or keeping silent about his less flattering moves, he can go nuclear. Some fans howled with laughter at the over-the-top portrayal, others found it downright chilling. The big question is, are these manipulative rumors just stand-up comedy fodder, or is Katt Williams actually dropping some truth bombs about a man who sees himself as unstoppable? But that's not all Katt teased. It got even dicier when he mentioned having leads on real evidence. Here's where things slip into scandal territory. Katt Williams claimed, very casually, that he's heard audio recordings capturing the president going on furious rants, basically cornering people to follow his line of thinking. This wasn't just everyday trash talk if Katt's telling the truth. It was the kind of hardcore intimidation that could blow up headlines. Of course, Katt didn't play any recordings live on air, but the implication that they exist made viewers gasp in unison. Consider how comedic Katt can be, and then multiply that energy by 1,000 when he's dishing out alleged receipts. He hinted that certain disillusioned staffers got fed up with the president's manipulative charades, hit record, and saved those juicy tidbits for a rainy day. Even more tantalizing, Katt suggested that these staffers have been quietly passing around the recordings like a secret stash, waiting for the perfect moment to let them leak. If that's true, if such explosive evidence is out there, then we might be looking at a massive meltdown for the president's public persona. And trust me, the president's alleged reaction to all this was anything but calm. While Katt was busy lighting up Fallon's stage with revelations, rumor has it that the president's inner circle was in full damage control mode. The second those shocking claims escaped Katt's lips, phones started buzzing at the highest levels of power. Advisors scrambled to figure out how to discredit Katt or spin the narrative. Some even whispered that the president himself was fuming so loudly, aides could hear him raging from behind closed doors. The word manipulative apparently struck a nerve. You can practically imagine the president, brow furrowed, voice raised, lashing out at staff, demanding to know why this fiasco was allowed to happen on national TV. Because, let's be real, the president values image above all else, and having a high-profile comedian exposing alleged backroom deals is not the best look. According to the rumor mill, a frantic hush-up plan might already be in motion, with powerful allies working to drown out Katt's claims or label them as fabrications. But if Katt truly has backup evidence, those tactics may backfire, turning this into an even bigger PR crisis. And in the aftermath, things only escalated further. By the end of his appearance on Jimmy Fallon's show, Katt Williams had effectively ignited a media firestorm. Social networks lit up with chatter about secret phone calls, meltdown tirades, and hush agreements. Some fans championed Katt as a truth-teller, praising him for daring to shine a spotlight on the president's alleged manipulations. Others slammed him for fueling the rumor mill and feeding what they call baseless conspiracy talk. But no matter how you slice it, Katt made sure everyone left that broadcast with more questions than answers. The biggest bombshell was Katt's not-so-subtle promise that he's only scratching the surface, that there's even more scandalous material waiting in the wings. Could that be bravado? Or is Katt genuinely holding on to a stack of revelations that could rattle the president's public image to its core? At this point, the buzz is deafening. People want receipts, they want the recordings, they want tangible proof. Meanwhile, the president's closest aides are likely panicking, trying to plug any leaks before the entire ship sinks under the weight of scandal. It's a showdown of wills, a comedian with a razor tongue versus the country's most powerful figure. So here we are, witnessing a surreal standoff. Katt Williams lobbing grenades from a late-night stage, the president reportedly stewing in frustration, and the internet devouring every ounce of speculation. Will we get to hear those rumored audio clips? Will more insiders step forward confirming the meltdown stories that Katt teased on national television? For now, we're all left with the burning question. How much of this is real and how much is a comedic showstopper? Regardless of what the truth might be, Katt Williams has forced a conversation about the president's behind-the-scenes behavior. People who once dismissed the rumors now wonder if there's substance to them after all, and if the president truly banked on keeping these whispery deals a secret, Katt just detonated a bright spotlight on everything. So brace yourselves for the next chapter, because with rumors swirling of more evidence set to drop, this story isn't over. Not by a long shot. The question is, will the president manage to muzzle Katt Williams and his revelations, or is this the beginning of a much deeper unmasking? One thing's for sure, this explosive drama is far from finished, and you won't believe what could come next.